Good morning, guys. Today is Thursday, November 14th. We are currently going to start our new series of the day. I'm sure you guys can barely see me. I did check. I think you can see me, but it's probably just barely. We're going to start a new series today. The series is going to be trying to hit 80,000. So we're going to start it from today, November 14th, 2024, on this Thursday. And then we are going to go all the way to next November 14th in 2025. We'll try to hit $80,000. That's roughly about just under 220 a day. So I'm going to try to do a daily goal of 225. Obviously in the summertime, that's going to be really challenging. Now that we're getting to the colder season, it might be a lot easier to get it. So maybe I should just stay out and work some more and get some maybe $300-400 days with more orders coming in. But we'll see. I'm going to try to shoot for 225 each day. You know, if I end up working one 13-hour shift and then the next day I only have to work, 6-7 hours, I might just call it for the day instead of pushing myself to, push myself farther. But we might try and do like a little mini series. Maybe we'll, try to go past the 225 and like put that off to the side and, maybe shoot for the Tesla, like my dream car, or maybe, something else, probably more responsible for like, the house or, stuff like that. But we are going to do that to the day, today, excuse me. We got our first order of the day. It is $31.63 going 10.9 miles. It's a 3-drop curbside. Wasn't too bad. We do have a case of water in the trunk. Otherwise, the 2 other orders are not too bad. We are 1 minute away from the drop off, and we'll see you guys after I'm done. All right, guys, I just knocked out a couple of shopping orders. One was for $16 for only like 8 items, and then another one was $31 for like 40 or so items. Not the greatest. I tried to do $1 per mile, $1 per the offer I get for the items, but unfortunately, you got to take what you get. Trying to stay busy to make sure I can get 225 in a day, especially on slower days. Thursday is probably not going to be like really slow, but we're gonna just keep it rolling if we can. I did just pick up another order that I just ended up shopping for. It was only for 8 items, but it is going 10 miles and it's only for 23 bucks. So it's really not the greatest, but in terms of mileage, I'm only at 35.8 according to my tracker right now. So, 20 more miles or so on top of that. So we'll be at, like 56, 57, 58 roughly, give or take. And I think this will put me very close to 100 on the day, so not too bad overall. Not quite $2 a mile, but not too bad. All right, see you guys later. All right, guys, well, after sitting at home for an hour, ate some food, we did end up getting an Herbert's and Gerbert's. It was $6.50, only going like 2-3 miles, so definitely not too bad. I am only in silver status, as I said. I think I'm at 52% or something like that, so I really got to work my way back up to platinum if I want to be platinum anyways. And then, of course, I only have 50 or so deliveries now at this point. I'm currently just waiting, not in the Walmart parking lot. I did get a curbside. It's $33.95 to go 6.1 miles, 3 drop-offs. They're all dropping off in Kewanee, so that's pretty easy and straightforward. We do have, let's see, it is 74 unique items, 110 total items, so might be a couple bags here and there, but honestly, it's not that bad of an order. 12 miles on the round back, so you're basically almost doing $3 a mile. So we're just gonna wait here for a little bit longer, then I'll head over to the Walmart and check in, and we'll get going. See you guys later. All right, guys, we got it in the car. I don't know why, but I just think some orders are just hilarious to me, because it's like some people order only like a few things, but it always feels like whenever someone's like, you know what, I'm only gonna order 5 items, they gotta be like the bulkiest items ever. Like, they don't necessarily need to be heavy or whatever, but it just feels like they need to get big items so that I have to do like 2 trips. It just feels kind of weird, because I have an order sitting, the smallest order, it's 5 items, but it doesn't fit my small tote because every single item is basically a big item, which is kind of obnoxious. And of course we got the bins here. There's nothing like too heavy, and then the trunk has got a lot of groceries, so I have to make a few trips on that one too. But at least it's pretty easy, and it's all just going into one like area. I really like when we get like the Kewanee or the Nashwauks or the Chisholms all in just one go, instead of being like, okay, you need to go to Hibbing, and then you need to go to Nashwauk, and then you need to go Pengilly. Like, I know it's all, a straight line, give or take, more or less of going there, but just makes things so much easier because once you're in the city of Quinwan, you just know that, like, cool, at most I'm probably driving 5 minutes from this like location kind of thing. So all right, headed to that first drop. We are 5 minutes out. We'll see you guys later. All right, guys, well, I did a $23 shopper and a $16 shopper. We also ended up doing an $8 Herberts and a Gerberts order. So I believe we're about at a 190 in terms of the amount of, you know, money I'm trying to make of 225 at least daily. We are headed to drop off this $5 like 4.5 mile DoorDash. It's not great, but I decided after I saw a lot of Walmart orders go through and I really didn't like the options that were going through, that I was gonna end the day on some DoorDash. I hope it doesn't take me that long. McDonald's is like ridiculously packed right now, so it might take me a while just to get 35 bucks, but it's only 3 o'clock, so I mean, I did pretty good. I think I was averaging 35, 40 bucks an hour, so we'll definitely take it. We'll probably end up working about 8 hours, and you know, most people can't average 20 bucks an hour, so I'm pretty grateful for what I got. So we're gonna end it off on some easy DoorDash, just because yesterday I went to the doctor and I had to get 3 different shots and I had blood taken out of me, so I'm kind of sore. So we're gonna head and drop this DoorDash off, and I'll see you guys afterwards. Well, that order is dropped off. Now this next order I picked up, I am not even close, a little bit proud of accepting this order, but it was only going 1 mile, and my Taco John's is pretty fast at getting the order's done. It's $2 Taco John's, so there's no tip on there, so that's cool. They did have a bonus boost going on for like a week or two, and then they took it away from me. There must be more drivers out now or something, because we had a bonus boost of 50 cents, so at least I was getting $2.50 for no tippers. But I hate taking no tips, but you know, if I want my deliveries and I want my acceptance rating up, you kind of have to take basically everything. My completion rating's at a 94, so I gotta work on that too. But all right, we're at the Taco John's. We'll see you guys afterwards. You know, guys, the thing that is kind of like the most frustrating thing about no tip orders is, why does it feel like a lot of no tip orders end up being like, oh, I'm gonna buy, you know, 5+ items or whatever, and then, you know, and then a lot of times they also are like, I'm gonna come out and get the order and have you hand it to me. Almost feels like a double bird when people do that. But we got this Hardee's order, $6, 2.7 miles, I think, or something like that. This one was pretty easy and straightforward. It was ready right away. Also, what do you guys know? Put it down in the comments if you do know. What determines like whether or not you have to take a photo of the receipt? Because there are, you know, places that don't do receipts, but then they're like, oh, you need to take a picture of a receipt. And it's like, okay, cool. It's like that Taco John's one. That one made me take a receipt or picture, but you know, it didn't make me do it here at Hardee's. So I don't know what triggers it. I don't know if it's specific restaurants or what, but let me know down in the comments. All right, we're 4 minutes out from this Hardee's. See you guys later. Well, guys, it was a wild day. My last few orders that I did, I went home because it ended up kind of really slowing down. I made $13 in 1 hour on DoorDash. I'm like, well, that's great. I turned on Walmart to see if it'd give me something like really easy, just to quick knock out the like 12 bucks that I needed or whatever I needed. And it gave me 3 or 4 curbsides, and all of them were $20 or less and 10+ miles for all of them. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll pass. So I went home, sat at home for an hour, waited until like 5 o'clock to where like it actually hits dinner time. Came back out. I picked up a tequila taco shop for $10 going 9 miles to Chisholm. I was like, I really don't want to do that because it's going to, you know, bring me all the way to Chisholm, and the likelihood of me getting an order is not likely. But it's, oh, did I say $12? It was like $23 that I needed, and then that made it like 12 bucks. But I got ridiculously lucky. Oh, also, by the way, the taco shop order, they had 15 items. 15 items. 4 drinks and 3 full bags of food. I was like, They gave me an $8 tip, which is absolutely generous, but I was just like, God dang, that is a lot of food. And then the gods, the DoorDash gods, blessed me, because half the time, whenever you go up to Chisholm to do a DoorDash order, you might get a McDonald's, you might get a Jim Sports Bar and Grill, but 9 times out of 10, if you do get an order up there, it's keeping you up in Chisholm. But I got a Jim Sports Bar and Grill to go to the hospital back to Hibbing for 8 miles. You want to know how much the order was? The offer screen showed me $18, and it ended up being $20 at the end of it. I just got blessed on top of blessed, and I was like, you know what, if it's still busy, I'll keep doing some orders, because that just made it so that, like, my dollar to mile ratio isn't, like, horrendous. So I was like, you know what, I'll just keep going. This, like, part of the shift, I ended up driving 28.4 miles, and ended up making about $42, so it still wasn't, like, great. The orders that I took after that, Jim Sports Bar and Grill, but I was like, I should really work on DoorDash, so I decided to go ahead and work on DoorDash. But I'll put the numbers up of, like, how we did today. We definitely passed our goal of 225, you know, daily to hit 80,000 in 1 year. Obviously we made a little bit more with that. It's gonna be really great, especially if we can really, like, put a strong start into this winter season, because come, you know, summer, I don't know if we're going to be realistically able to make 225 a day. Maybe we can, but, like, even winter, it was, you know, here, as you can see, it was kind of, like, challenging just to get to 2.25. Yeah, I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, stay hungry, and until I see you guys again, see you later. Well, guys, it is obviously the next day. I have not edited the first day's worth of footage, because I went to bed at 7 and I basically woke up at 7, so I slept for like 12 hours last night. But, you know, it is what it is. At least I didn't sleep through the first round of round robins. I almost did, but I got this $24.21 two drop going 4.6 miles. Both orders are actually relatively small, so I will definitely take that to start the day. Nothing too hard. I do have scheduled at 7 here, which is 7:04 right now, of DoorDash. So I gotta make sure after probably this first order I drop off, I gotta make sure I at least turn it on and then pause orders. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. We beat it by what, almost $20 yesterday for the goal, so we can technically stop at 205 if we want to, but I think I'm gonna keep pushing for 225 each day, unless it starts to look really like, okay, you're really pushing it to like 8-9 o'clock to really get to that number. But let's hope that we can keep it going, and we'll see you guys after I'm done. All right, well, I already regret picking this up, but I do think it's going to be pretty solid, and if I can do it in a timely manner, this order will be pretty good. It is a deals pickup. It's $42.94 to go 21.7 miles for 19 stops. And I know you're like, oh, well, that's not really that good, because it ends up being, you know, $1 a mile. Well, we have an $8 incentive for deals for days, so that makes it 50. And apparently today we also have 4 for 16 and 6 for 24 or whatever. So really this order is going to end up being $54. It's really still not that much better, because it's only makes it the dollar per mile, like $1.25 or $1.50 or whatever. But maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get a DoorDash on the way back after I finish this. It says it's going to take me 1 hour and 47 minutes to do this. I did actually start a stopwatch. We're currently at 8 minutes. It took me 8 minutes to get the stuff and then get it in my car, so we're gonna see if it does take me 1 hour and 47 minutes, or maybe longer or less. I really hope it doesn't take me that long, but I'm not holding my breath. But honestly, still, for $54 is not, you know, the worst either. This will, you know, if it does take me that hour and a half, we're looking at what, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we'll be at $100 already, so that would be pretty nice. All right, we'll see you guys after I'm done. Well, guys, we are past the halfway mark. I got 10 of the 19 stops done, and we officially are done in Hibbing, so now I gotta drive to Chisholm. We are about 54 minutes in, so if I were to guess, yeah, it probably will take about an hour and 47 minutes. But, you know, it is what it is. By the time I get back, technically, it will be have been 2 hours, but it is for $54, so it's not as bad. It's like $26, $27 an hour, which is definitely not that bad at all. But if it would have been 42, I definitely don't think I would have probably ended up taking it. But we'll see you guys after I'm done. Alright guys, the next order I have going here is going 10 miles for only $9.36. However, I had to drive almost 4 miles back to Taco John's just to get this order. So really, it's only going like 6 miles because I had to pass Taco John's anyways. So not too bad overall, and it was a really small order. So this person tipped pretty decently, even though they only got, you know, a couple items. So we'll definitely take it. Oh, another thing to mention, I just got an email last night saying that Uber Eats is coming to my area, which is kind of weird because, like I said, I can download Uber Eats and it's got different restaurants that you could order from, and it just tells you that there's not enough drivers. So I don't know if there's just more drivers now that have signed up with Uber Eats and are just like, you know, their main zone is Hibbing and that's what's going on, and that's why Uber Eats is coming to my zone. But it's coming to my zone December 4th or something like that. So we'll see if it actually is going to exist, or if DoorDash is still just going to remain king as it does in most cities. But we're headed to this person's house and we'll see you guys after I'm done. Well, I picked up another like bad order in quotation marks. It's $5.50 to go like 6.7 miles, but I had to drive 5 of those miles back into Hibbing anyways. So I'm actually delivering this McDonald's order to Pizza Ranch, which is kind of funny. But it's only at 1.7 miles away from the McDonald's, so I had to pass McDonald's as well in order to get back into the city to do stuff. So we'll take it. Let's keep making that money. See you guys afterwards. Alright, I'll let you guys yell at me in the comments for this one. I picked up a $2 Taco John's going 1.7 miles. The only thing I'm going to justify with it is the fact that I need my acceptance rate up and I need deliveries. The other thing is the fact that Walmart is also not busy right now. Like, I haven't gotten anything. We have some first come first serves, but it's for Mountain Iron, and you know, that's of course 30 minutes away. Actually, they're all gone now. There's no more orders sitting there. But yeah, it's currently dead for Walmart, so I'm just trying to keep busy on DoorDash. So, but I'll let you guys yell at me in the comments because I know that I'd kind of laugh at someone else if they took this order. So, all right, see you guys later. Well, I was pleasantly surprised the person added $5 onto that Taco John's order after I dropped it off. So I'm assuming it's maybe someone who just wants to make sure that you follow the instructions and stuff like that, because the drop-off, the instructions said like what color house there was, because apparently it seems like they would have dropped it off at the white duplex before, like next to the house. And then on top of it, they also had one that was like leave at side door, and I was looking at the picture, and clearly the last like confirmed accepted picture or whatever was at the front door, not the side door. So I don't know if it was just the fact that the person was annoyed giving out tips and the people not listening to instructions, and that's what happened. But got relatively lucky there. I'm headed to Walmart now to pick up a $25.88 3-drop 5.6 miles. Second one's an apartment, although I think this apartment, if I remember correctly, is like leave it in their entryway, which is pretty decent because they do actually have a decent amount of stuff. So it kind of sucked to have to bring it all the way to their apartment, but we'll see you guys after. Well guys, our next order is a DoorDash order. It was for $4 going 3 miles, give or take. It's like $4.86 I think, or something. $4.18 going, I think it said like 3.7 miles or something like that. But as I was about to turn into Herbert's and Gerbert's, because that's where we're picking up, and it wanted me to add on for Herbert's and Gerbert's for $5 and some change, only going an additional 2 miles. And you know, definitely can't pass that up. So we picked that up, so now it's turned into more like a $9 for 5 something miles. So not too bad overall. We are headed to the first drop. Let's go make some money. Alright guys, well, I ended up doing a few DoorDashes while waiting for some Walmart orders. We did it was 7 for 10 technically, but I was in Chisholm and I had to go back to Hibbing anyways, and so that was like a 6-mile drive just to where I needed to go to pick up the order. So really it was more like $7 for 3 miles, 7 for 4, kind of give or take. I then did a, what did I do after that? I think it was $3.50 for 1.1, which that one I ultimately regretted taking because by the time I got to the place, I had to wait a long time, like 10-15 minutes at the place. Generally, they're pretty good about being on it and having it already ready for me, but by the time I walked in, there was like 4 dudes ordering at the place. It's like a pizza place or whatever, and one of the guys seemed like they were just coming back from a break too, so kind of got a little unlucky there. I almost dropped it, but I didn't want to drop my completion rate, so I was waiting until the 10 minutes, but they basically finished at the 10 minutes, so I was like, well, it's only going one, or like not even 5/10 of a mile, I'll just go drop this off, whatever. I then did a $4 for 2 point something, and then Walmart wasn't giving me anything. Then DoorDash finally slowed down a little bit, so I decided to go home. So it really ended up being like a 4 for 4 probably, because I had to drive a couple miles back to my house. But with that out of the way, we're gonna do this $49.54 10.2 mile Walmart shop. Now it sounds really good, but we do have to shop for 55 unique items and 85 total items. It says it's going to take me an hour and 6 minutes, so that means an hour and 6 minutes to shop for it, bag it, get in my cart, drive it, and drop it off. That does not count the 15 or like 10-15 minute drive back to you know, Hibbing / Walmart. Now this order, technically, if I counted the incentives, I wouldn't really need to do this order, because I do believe that with the incentives, the $8 I made today, and then I did do 4 deliveries on Walmart, so that's another $16. I do believe we do pass the goal of, sorry, I'm just checking to see who's got the right of way first. Okay, we're at 225, a little more, a little less. But I figured it's only 2 o'clock. I should probably do like another one or so. I probably won't do any more Walmart orders after this unless it's like really good kind of deal. I might go out for DoorDash's dinner rush. I'm not 100% positive on that. But we are, I think after today, we're only 7 or 8% away from 70%. And then I honestly don't know how many orders I've done. I know I've done less than 10, but we're probably now into the 70 delivery range, so we still got a ways to go on the deliveries, but we're getting there percentage wise. So gonna head in and do this Walmart order, and if I decide to end it here, you'll probably see the numbers here afterwards. All right, see you guys later. Well, I actually gotta give myself a pat on the back. It only took me 25 minutes to shop for that order, so that was pretty swell. The one thing that was kind of frustrating was I had a couple subs out of it, but they both got rejected. But I honestly thought they were reasonable substitutions from Walmart. One was a 6-pack of like a beverage that the person wanted, but they didn't have any, so instead it wanted me to do 4 singles. That one I can understand a little bit more, because you're really paying really bad prices if you don't do like the bundle on beverages. But then the other one was like the 3-pack of Jack's pizzas instead of getting 3 singles. Like they wanted the 3-pack, but then I did 3 singles, but they didn't want it. I don't know, it's just kind of weird that you have substitutions on, but like don't accept the substitution, because like that's the one that would make the most sense in terms of substitutions. But if you don't want the one that makes the most sense, either, you know, you could tell me, hey, you want it something else, or just don't have substitutions on there, because then, you know, I don't technically have to, but there's always part of me that, you know, feels a little obligated to go back and put it back on the shelf the way it was supposed to be, because otherwise I just feel like I'm being, you know, rude. Especially if I brought the pizzas up to the front and was like, yeah, the person didn't want it, because then you know for a fact that that's not being restocked and it's going and being wasted. So, but we are 10 minutes away from the drop off. We'll see you guys afterwards. Well guys, I think I'm gonna end the day here. I might go back out later, maybe do some DoorDash, or I might do a Walmart order if the Walmart order is really good. But it's currently about 3:30 right now. We did that big huge order, and then I did do a couple of DoorDashes. We did one for Other Guys Burgers. I think it was like 6 and some change, going 4 miles or something like that. And then we did a man, what was the other thing we did? Oh, we did Sunrise Bakery for $9 to go 8 miles. So it wasn't the greatest order, but honestly for $9, you know, just to get it some in there, it was pretty nice. So I'm gonna put up on the screen here day 2's totals. in terms of money, how much miles I drove, what the hours looking like. And then I also will put up here day 1 and 2 combined totals, and I'm hopefully gonna make this just one video, just day 1 and 2 together. But so far it's definitely a good start. I mean, I did start this challenge on a Thursday, so Thursday and Friday, I mean, that's pretty easy to, I feel like, get good, you know, numbers for. So Monday through Wednesday is going to be when it starts to look a little weird. But if I do end up doing some more orders, it will have been shown up on the screen. I'm sure you've already seen it. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, stay hungry. Until I see you guys again, see you later.